Hey everybody, it's the Ancient Meddler, and I'm back again with another reaction and a review. This time I'm doing a video game, and it's a game that I had high hopes for, but that never really seemed to satisfy my hopes or live up to my. I think it never lived up to the hype. The game is Cities Skylines 2. So I'm a huge fan of City Skylines 1, the original game, and I used to play it all the time. But after a while, it just got to the point where it was like, man, this is really old, and I really would like to see it look better. And there's so many features and functions that have been added through DLCs and through um, other developers that have made it better. But I got so many things in it now that it's a mess. It would be really cool if they came out with a new one, and they did. And they hyped it, and everybody was saying, "Oh, this is going to be the greatest city builder game of all time." And then it came out, and it was like a fart in church. It was not really well received. I didn't really, I couldn't play it. To be honest, I couldn't play it. It was so slow, and I upgraded my video card. I have a 4070 in here now, and it still was a beast. Still wasn't that great. There were so many bugs and so many issues, but they've done a great job over the last, I don't know how long it's been. It's been over a year, a year and a half or something, that they've been fixing bugs and trying to get it to perform and try to get it to work out. And they've added a bunch of DLCs and some free content as well. And I've heard it actually runs really well now, and that there's so many new features and some cool things that have been added that makes it more playable and more fun. And you can actually create really cool cities now. So I'm excited. I'm hyped up about it. I'm ready to try it. I actually played with it a little bit just to get my feet wet with it to make sure that I understood what was going on. And I have to tell you, it performed really well, and it was much easier to load. I did a clean install. I actually deleted it off my system and put it back on. And I don't know if that helped, but it's been running. It ran well when I did my test yesterday. So we're going to jump in and we're going to do this together. So just let's go ahead and I'm going to minimize. I got to figure out what I'm doing here. So in order for me to do 4K, I had to do this, and so I got that. So I need to minimize this. I'm going to leave me down here in the bottom corner. And then, okay, so I hope that you can see this. This is my City Skylines screen. I mean, this is my main screen, my 4K screen, and this is Steam. You can see here, this is City Skylines 2, and it says I have some DLCs installed. So let's see which DLCs we're talking about. So I've got, in addition to the base game, I have beach properties, bridges and ports, cold wave channel. I don't really listen to the radio, so it doesn't matter to me. The Creator Pack Modern Architecture, Creator Pack Urban Promenade, Deluxe Relaxation, Landmark Buildings, San Francisco Set, and then Soft Rock Radio. Those are the DLCs that are enabled in my setup. And let's go ahead and launch it. And that way you can see how long it takes to launch. So I'm going to go ahead and fire it up. I did update it yesterday, so it should be up to date. Playing it. And here it comes. And we already got the splash screen, that's a huge improvement for me. It used to take forever to come up. We're going to do a new game, so I'm going to hit play. And this takes a bit of time. And as it's loading, I'll take this opportunity to fill this vacuum of space with my voice. So, oh, it didn't take that long after all. The screen just went black. I'm not sure this screen resolution's right because it looks like the Steam thing's way down here. And don't know what's going on. Oh, there it is. Paradox Interactive. Okay. Colossal Order. Yep, those guys. All right, and there is the, whatever this screen is, the loading screen. And it used to take like 10 minutes to do this, so hopefully it won't take that long. I could sing. I'm going to play guitar. Oh, look at that. That was amazing. That was pretty quick. All right, so I'm going to do a new game. I'm not going to go to Paradox Mods and do anything, but you could. They have an editor now, which is amazing. So you can actually create maps and mods and assets and stuff like that. It was really cool. I haven't played with it. I'm going to. Maybe I'll do some videos on that. I have to learn how to do it, so maybe we'll learn to do it together. All right, let's go jump into new game. Boom. And these are the maps. So I think there's a couple of new maps that I haven't seen before, and I did pull up a couple custom maps. I have the Tokyo map and Samui Island, which is in Thailand or something. Yeah, Thailand. And this only has 25% buildable area. It looks really cool, but I don't want to do that. So let's try to make this, since this is the first time we're going to be playing it in a while, let's make it as playable as possible. Let's pick a map that's got a lot of usable build area. And so this one only has 16%. This one's 41, 76. That sounds pretty good. Corral? Coral Riches, but it's spelled Corral. So is it Coral Riches? Great Highlands is 41%. Lakeland, 49. Mountain Village, 21. It's a cool map, but not a lot of build space. River Delta, 42. San Francisco, 42. Sunshine Peninsula, 60. That's pretty cool. It's got a big hill up here. Sweeping Plains, 31. Tampere, 66. I think I'm just going to go back to Coral Riches. Twin Mountains. We'll go to this one. So themes North America, climate, and build area. Like that. Select that map. The name of this town is called Sageville. Let's call it Metal. We're going to be called Metalville. I'm going to use the North American theme. I want my traffic not to be left-handed, so I don't want any of these things on. Now, since this is a demo and I don't really care about, I don't play this as a game to be successful. I play this as a game to build and create and do things. So I do like to not be able to build everything at once. So I'm not going to unlock all the technology and all the capabilities. I'll leave that as it is. So I won't be able to build everything right away. I think that's a little more challenging for me. But I don't like running out of money, and I don't like taking loans, and I don't really want to do the financial management aspect of the game. So I'm going to skip that. If you want me to do that, you can leave me some comments, and I can try to play a game where I do that. But I don't really get a lot of fun out of that. So I just get more fun out of being able to build. So I'm going to use unlimited money. And then the map tiles, I don't need to unlock them. I'll buy them as they become available. That's fine with me. As far as the tutorials goes, I have them disabled because I've been through them. I don't want them on. They're annoying. I have outside connections. I have roads, trains, boats, planes, and electricity. I have a bunch of different resources. Okay, I think this will work. Let's go with this. And it says achievements are disabled because mods are being used. That's okay. I don't care. I don't care about achievements. All right, hit the start, and let's see how long this takes. Oh my goodness, that was fast. So I'm excited. What is that? Oh, that's the radio. Okay, well, I don't have sound on anyway, so it doesn't matter. And I don't really care about the chirper. Follow the citizen. You can follow citizens. That's cool. I didn't know that. In my event journal. All right, so this is the map. Let's zoom out. You can take a look around. It's a pretty big map. You can also click on. Oh, that's locked. I can't do it. If I click on that, I think that's it shows you the whole map. That's where you can actually go and buy things. So here's my power coming in over here. My road comes in here, and it's a 4-lane divided highway that drops into a 4-lane road. It just turns around, okay? And this map is very conducive to doing a grid layout, so I think I'm going to start with a grid. And since this is one of the reasons why I do unlimited money. I like to set up a lot of my roads to begin with, and that takes a lot of resources and money. And so if you do that without having your unlimited money turned on, you get in a situation where you run out of money pretty quickly because you start putting things down that you can't pay for. And I don't like being in debt. So let's look at the roads. I know there's some new roads. Oh yeah, look at these. These are cool. So just looking at this, I can see we have the roads, but we have roundabouts. So now when the game first dropped, I don't think you could do any roundabouts at all. But at least now you have the ability to do some basic ones. And I'm not sure where these came from. It came from some of those DLCs, I think. So you have simple roundabouts. You have roundabouts with grass in the middle, with the tree in the middle, with some kind of bush, flower beds, different kind of flower beds, and then a small roundabout central island with a decorative asymmetric center and a tree. And this is has a mosaic pattern. So you have a bunch of decorative roundabouts too, not only just the basic roundabout, which is really helpful for managing your traffic. And then I noticed this icon, which I had never seen before. Cul-de-sacs, which is fantastic. So hang on a second. I'll put my camera back up here so you can see me react. Because right now you can't see me reacting. Or maybe you can see me reacting. I don't know. I can't see me reacting, so I think you guys probably can see me reacting. So anyway, if you see me, you see more than I do. Maybe I should put that over there. I don't know. I have to learn how to do this. All right, so that's cul-de-sac. And so a cul-de-sac is great. We have a lot of those here in North America. And I really wanted that when I was building neighborhoods. I was like, man, I don't want to have to manually create a cul-de-sac. And if I put a roundabout at the end of the street, you don't get any business, you don't get any zones around the end of your street in the cul-de-sac. So you can't put any houses there. But this actually creates like a little bit of a circle at the end of a street and has the ability to have zones around it. So you can actually put buildings on the cul-de-sac, which is phenomenal. And then you have a couple of different kinds of cul-de-sacs. So that's new. That's cool as hell. All right, so you have a whole bunch of different kinds of roads now, including the gravel road and a one-way gravel road. And then you have these, which are streets with parking, perpendicular and angled parking along the side of the road instead of just parallel parking, which is really cool. So that's neat. Those are the first kind of things that pop out to me. And then I know there's a whole bunch of other stuff that we'll see as we go along. So let's go ahead and we're going to put in some roads here. And I want to start with a big wide road. I'm going to take this road and I'm going to extend it. So I'm going to take a 4-lane road. And I want to do 4-lane road with this. I want to put the angle parking on it. So let's upgrade that section. Like there. And then I'm going to extend it all the way to the edge, like so. Give a little room. There we go. So I have that road. It goes all the way out. And you can see there's zones set up. There's a gap there. I don't know why. And then just so I don't have congestion or problems occur here is readily, I'm going to drop in a roundabout. And I don't know what this asymmetric one is. I haven't seen that. So let's do it. I'll zoom in and look at it. Not quite sure what it means by asymmetric. So. I don't know. But then I can add streets coming off of this if I want. All right. So let's go ahead and we'll put in some more roads. So I want to put another 4-lane road going north-south. Is that north? I don't even know. Perpendicular to this, and I'm going to have it go from... I'm going to want roads to come over here and come over here, so let's do it like right here. Start there and go this way, make it 90 degrees. And then I'll extend it the other way. Okay, so I got main roads there, and then I want another main road. I'll just do it right off of here. Go. I can't see the white line. Should give me a white line when it's the same length as that one. But I'm not seeing it, so we'll just do that. And then we'll take this and go the other way. All right, so we have major thoroughfares there with 4-lane roads. Now I'm going to use 3-lane roads, and we'll drop in. I'm just going to use, do I want 3-lane roads with parking? I was just curious to see what it looked like. So yeah, let's do some 3-lane roads with the parking. But I'm not going to do divided ones. We'll just do simple ones. And then I'm going to put those in. I'm going to leave a little gap. Put it here. And then right there. Go the other way. Down to about there. That gives me a couple streets going this way, and then we'll just use simple 3-lane roads for cross streets. Again, I want to leave a gap there. Like so. Take it over to here. I like having that little gap. I put sidewalks and stuff in there. And then we'll go same thing over here. Okay, I'm not gonna build this whole thing out because I want to see where things are going. But I need to know where to put my sewage so that it doesn't contaminate the whole world. I need to know where to put my electrical sources and things like that because I don't want to have pollution. So I need to know where I need my industrial zones to go. So let's take a peek at that real quick. And if I look at industrial, you can see the wind's blowing and the winds are blowing that way. So I want my industrial to be kind of over here. Put it right here by where this electricity is, then I can get my electricity connected there easily and I don't have to run wires everywhere, which is a mistake I made the first time. Let's also check and see about our fertility. Will it show me fertility? Natural resources. There we go. All right, so I have kind of the oil stuff over here. I don't know, the oil's up here. I don't know what this is. This is not farming. That's what I'm looking at. This is where I want my farming. So I can do industry over here. Okay, that's good. I just wanted to check I wasn't putting my commercial stuff, my factories and everything where I'm going to have farmland. So let's do a road from the end of this one. Let's go. Right here. And we'll keep it a simple grid, go 90 degrees, drop it there. And then let's go ahead and go to electricity and grab this. I'm not going to do solar powered or wind power. Oh, no, I'm not going to do wind power to start with. I want to just use this small coal power plant, but I'm going to stick it over here as close to this as I can get it. Kind of out of the way. And then I'm going to run the power lines to it so we can sell our excess power back to the city. We can make money from exporting our power. That's what I mean to say. So if I connect that, I should be able to connect to there. Why won't it let me do that? There we go. Not sure why that didn't connect. Oh, my map is running. I like to pause when I do this so I don't have things going crazy. Okay, that looks like it's working. And then I don't need that. Okay, so I have electricity now. I don't have water. So let's go look at our water and sewage. So I do have the ability to have groundwater pumping stations from the beginning, which is really nice. I think in City Skyline 1, you couldn't do that. You could only do like the water pumping station and the sewer. You could also do water towers. So I could do a water tower, but I'm just going to plan for the future, and we're going to go ahead and do a groundwater pumping station. It costs more money. Actually, it costs less money than a water tower. So this is water output is 30,000 cubic meters a month, and this one is 75,000 cubic meters. So it's cheaper, and you get way more. So we're going to do that, but the only limitation is you have to put it over water. So I'm not 100% sure that this isn't going to start getting polluted if I put some heavy industry and stuff over here. I might have to spread that way a little bit, but this one should stay fairly pristine and clean. So let's go ahead and drop it over here. Let's put a road in first. Let's extend this road all the way over. Like so. And then I will put that pumping station right there. Put them out here so it's completely out of the way. Okay, now I cannot, because I didn't unlock all my stuff, I can't do the, well, I don't have it anyway. There it is, the water treatment plant. I can't do the water treatment plant until I get to, I have to unlock it. And right now I can't unlock anything, which would be in here. So if you look here, water treatment plant costs 2, what are those, development points? And I have 0. So I have to wait until my city gets big enough to get 2 development points to be able to do that. So we have to use the sewage outlet. So let's look at that. We'll click on it and it'll show us the current for our rivers to tell us the best place to put this. And you want to put it someplace where the pollution will flow away and not contaminate your city. So you want to follow this. So if I put it here, then what would happen is the pollution would flow this way, and I don't want that. So I'm going to put it over here, tuck it in this little corner, and then I have to put a road to it. And go ahead and put a road. Like, I'm going to turn this on continuous, and I'm going to put a road. Kind of flows around here like so. Oh, not quite that. I don't want it that close to the water. Back up. Do that again. Go up a little more. I want to be able to put some zones here with, they have waterfront housing now. So I want to be able to use those waterfront houses. So I don't want to get too close. Kind of like so, and then bring it in there. And then from here, connect it to here. And then that's good enough for now. Then I want to have, let's do a 3-lane road with these on it. Go from about midway to there, and then we'll go north to there. Now I have unlocked a major milestone. So I've progressed to the tiny village without even having this game running, really. And just by doing those things, I was able to get to the tiny village, which gives me 1 development point. So if let's look at our development, it says tiny village, I have 1 development point to spend. If we look at this, I can't get anything there. I could get an emergency battery station, which I don't really need. Roads, I could do more roundabouts. I get bigger roundabouts, which is actually pretty nice. So I'm going to unlock that. Now that's unlocked and I get roundabouts. And so why I want that is before I start laying in my zones and putting in buildings that get in the way, I want to fix my roundabouts. So let's go ahead and look at roundabouts. And this one, I want to make it, it's going to be pretty big. So let's make it bigger than the small. This is a medium. Let's do a medium. And then put a medium here, medium here, medium here. And then I'm just going to put a medium on the end of that. Oh, that's nice. I like that. And then for this one, we'll do a small. That way, traffic doesn't come to a, problem when the cars come down here. They can turn around and go back. So I'm gonna, oops, I can't do that there because I put that building too close. So let's move our building, relocate it to there. Now I can put my roundabout. Medium here, here. I'm just thinking of pre-planning where the major bottlenecks are going to be. And then let's try a cul-de-sac here. Look at that. It's a cul-de-sac. So the difference is a cul-de-sac, there's no lanes. That's the difference between a cul-de-sac and a roundabout. Let's do one with trees. Boom, got a tree in there. And let's do a medium one with trees there. There. I know this is wasteful. I want to do it now, because if I wait and do it later, it just becomes problematic. And this road, I don't think it's going to let me do it. Maybe it will. Nope. Because that's in the way. So let's move this guy over just a little bit. What is that? An extra settling tank upgrade. Reduces the amount of pollutants in the water before it expelled in the environment. Oh yeah, we want that. Reduces the amount of contaminants in sewage being expelled. Yes, we want that. Where can you put it? Oh, I can't put it anywhere. Can't be in the water. Anyway, we're not going to do that then. I'm just going to add a little cul-de-sac on the end of that road. Okay. I think that's enough roads for now to get me going. I have my water taken care of. I have water intake over here. And I have sewage out here. I have my electricity set up with a power plant here that's connected to the external. And if you look on our electricity availability, we're producing 20 megawatts and we are currently exporting 20 megawatts. So we're getting paid money to do that. And I have no zoning set up. All right, so now is the time for me to go in and start setting in some zones. So right off the bat, we need a place for some people to live. So let's look at our residential zones. So we have low density housing, which is like single family homes and semi-detached homes. And then you have, this is cool. It's the North America low density waterfront housing. And this is what I was talking about. So it's housing that you can put along your waterfront. And I don't want to get too close to this sewage thing because I don't know how big the pollution is going to be on it. But we can go ahead and put some waterfront housing in down here. And I'm going to let it just do the blocks and figure out the best size for that. So I'm going to turn the map on to slow. Go ahead and click this and see what happens. We put in, looks like 2, maybe 1, 2. And this one's going to be 2 bigger lots. This is going to be... Sometimes I like to control the size of the lots myself. Like do this. And sometimes I don't. Okay. I got me some waterfront houses down here. And the demand for housing has gone down, but I also have demand for medium density. So let's look at what we have for medium density. Well, I have only got row housing that I can do. So let's put some row housing up here. Now, I don't know how it's going to lay these out because I didn't see how it did like I know for a fact these will be facing this way, but I don't know about the ones in the corner, which way they're going to face. So a way to control that is with, you can put paths down. So for example, if I put a path here, like so, it will then prevent these parts of the zone from coming over to here. I don't need to go quite that long with it. But let's go. And if you go too far in, you create a crosswalk. If you don't go all the way over, see how it creates a crosswalk there? But if I pull it back a little bit, it'll come up to the sidewalk, but it won't make a crosswalk. And I don't really want a crosswalk there. I have a crosswalk there, which is fine. So I'm going to do it right here where the crosswalk is. I'm going to come down to here. And then I will just do like that. Create a little walking area. So now I know these are facing this road and these will be facing that road. Do the same thing here. All right, so now I can go ahead and zone those as my row housing because I want row housing on this side. Like that. And then I want to do the same thing on the other side. Like that. And then I'll put my row housing in here. All right, so that gave me row housing. Now, if I don't want any houses here, this is getting kind of, it's a tight fit, so maybe I don't want anything on this street at all, so I can extend that sidewalk all the way to there. And then I have those blocked off. Like so. So that gives me row housing. Okay, so that's enough. And now I have more demand for low density housing. So I was going to drop some low density housing in here along the street before I start building this out. I want to build a neighborhood over here. So this is actually, I have my farming over here, don't I? Maybe I'll make a neighborhood here. Where was it that the farming fertility is? Yeah, this whole area should be farmland. I can do farms up here too. All right. So let's just drop some low here, here, and here. Oop, not that. Clear, clear, clear. Right click clears it. We'll put waterfront ones there. Don't really know what the huge difference is between the waterfront and the non-waterfront. You can see, It's got a nice house with a pool in the back. All right, so that gives me some residential to get started with. Let's go ahead and drop in our commercial district. And the only thing I can do is low density businesses right now. So let's put this is our main street coming in. Let's put some businesses here along the main street. And just do a section of it like so. Let it run. And then we need some commercial. And I don't want heavy commercial stuff going on right away. So I'm going to control this a little bit. Put a road in here. And like that. Alley down the middle. It's an alley that I just put in this way. And then the alley is going to come here. And then I'm going to go in here. And again, I don't know which direction these things are facing, so I'm going to guess. But I'm going to put some commercial in here. Let's see what happens when I put it there. Put it 2x2, so this will be low. It's not going to be polluting much. It's going to be some low density commercial things. So that was from this street. Let's see what happens if this is connected to this alley or not. It is. Yay. Now I have nothing on this street facing this way. And nothing here. Oh, I didn't do commercial. I mean, I did commercial instead of industrial. I keep calling this commercial. See, yellow is industrial. Go to industrial zones. Let's do that. Now, hopefully, because I just threw that in there, it might make it bigger than 2x2, but it did. It did 2x2. Okay, good. Sorry, industrial, not commercial. I like to do this way. I could have made it a little smaller because this is going to give me the ability to have some greenways around my stuff. And the reason I'm skipping spaces here is if I try to do like a whole bunch, it might make them 3x2 or 4x2. So this way it keeps it to 2x2. And as soon as it starts to build this, then I can fill in these spaces. These don't employ a lot of people, so you have to have a lot of them, but it keeps your pollution down. See, nothing happens when I build. Oh, it did. What happens if I do here? So maybe because I put this in first, it's going to go against this street. So it doesn't do anything. If I do it here, I don't know. Yep. I'm going to clear these out. I'm going to experiment a little bit. If I take this sidewalk and I run a sidewalk down the middle here, like that. It not only does it add character, but it helps define the way things work. So now it locks these zones to these side streets, right? Right now I still ain't not 100% sure. Okay, now I am. Put some crosswalks there. So go back to my industrial zones. Put those there, put those there. And then I am going to do some bigger ones here. Okay, I don't have the reason it's slowed down the building because there's no more demand. So I'll leave those as they are. Now I have more demand for commercial, which is blue. So let's go back over to where we wanted to put our commercial stuff in. And it's still building those, so let's go across the street. And we will go back to commercial and put those in. Commercial to me is always weird because you can overdo it really quickly and then you don't get any commercial demand at all for a long time. And so I'm going to try not to overdo my commercial build out right off the bat. So having these parking along the side of the road really helps because it gives you the ability to have a lot of parking for your commercial businesses, which is necessary to keep them as successful as possible. You want them to be financially successful. All right, so I'm not going to do my farm here. I'm going to do some farming up there, but I'm going to put some cool roads down here, and we'll do some curvy things and some cul-de-sacs and stuff like that. So I'm going to go back to continuous, grab a road here, and just start building it out like so. I try to keep the edge of the light blue circle out of these other zones as much as possible so that I don't interfere with them, but you get some like so. I'm going to leave space for a cul-de-sac. Like that. And then there. Now I want to put a cul-de-sac right here, so I'm going to have a little street come out like that. And then I'll pick the cul-de-sac and stick it there. A cul-de-sac here. Let's do another one. Here. If you make your zones for your houses too large, then you get really big houses, and those really big houses cost more money, and then sometimes your citizens can't afford them, and so they have housing problems. So if you keep your lots smaller, you get smaller sized houses, which are more affordable. So let's grab that cul-de-sac and stick that on there. And I like to have variety in my lot sizes, so we'll go ahead back to zoning in. So I don't have any demand right now for anything, so let's just let it go. Oh, I have health and garbage management, health and death and garbage that I need to do. So when I got to Tiny Village, these became available, and so I'm not going to grow well until I have them. So let's go ahead and put in our garbage, and I want to put my garbage way up here. Maybe here-ish. I don't want to get too... my underground water is like down here somewhere, right? Yeah, my water's here, so I'm going to try to avoid that in case I need it. Maybe here for my garbage. Put it on that road, and then I'm going to build... I want to build the area for it. I don't want to go too massive. Oops. I never can figure out how to use this tool. Okay. Nope. And then so I just make it, and then once I make it, I use this landfill lot tool to fix it. What? There. No. Wonky. There. That's good enough. So there's my landfill. And then let's go down here. Now you have a lot more options with your medical. You used to just have the medical clinic, and then you could go move up to a hospital later. But now you have small ones. So a small medical clinic costs a lot less. So the medical clinic costs 60,000, and a small medical clinic is only 30,000. And this has a capacity of 25 patients. This has a capacity of 100 patients. So, and then you have, because I have the modern architecture, so I get this modern medical clinic. Can be upgraded with an extension wing and an office room. That's kind of cool. Has a capacity of 90 patients versus 100. This can be upgraded with an ambulance depot and an extension wing. I'm just going to go with this one. And then I want to put it someplace where a lot of my residents are going to live. So I'm going to put it down here, but on a main road. So let's stick it right here. Let's just go butt it up. No, I want to leave it. I don't know what the upgrades do, so I'm going to go ahead and leave some space on the sides. So there's my medical clinic, and then I need a cemetery. So cemeteries are okay for where people, they don't seem to mind having a cemetery nearby. I would, but people don't seem to care. So let's just stick it right here. And that gives us those buildings. And now let's just let our city thrive for a bit by turning the speed up to full speed ahead. And now we see we've got demand for medium housing. Well, let's let these build out. Oh, those are almost all built out. Yeah. I like how the people are parking in front. That's kind of cool. I watch some tutorials, and when they build zone houses like this, they don't go deep, and so you don't get the backyards. But I like the backyards. It adds character. All right, so I've moved up. I get 2 more development points, and I moved up to the small village. So what can we do over here? Look at that. All right, so I have 2 development points. Now I can go get that water treatment plant. So let's go grab a water treatment plant. And then what I'm going to do right away is I'm going to pause the game. I'm going to go fix my plumbing problem. So I don't want this. See, the sewage is already doing that with pollution. Already that much pollution. And I don't like that. So let's put in a water treatment plant. And they stink, so let's put it up here. So where is my water treatment? There it is, water treatment plant. It can process 400,000 cubic meters of sewage a month. And I'm currently producing about 22,000. This will do 400,000. So I'm good to go for quite a while. So we'll take that and we'll stick it in here, and I can upgrade this building. So I'm going to leave enough room for expansion. Right. So you can upgrade it by adding advanced filtering system, and you can do extra processing unit. All right. So now that I have that, I'm going to go get rid of this one. Bye. And then this will clear up in time. Let's go ahead and turn our game back on. Let it progress. Got people coming into town. Going by the commercial district. I haven't set up any zones or not zones, areas or districts. Strangely enough, I haven't really done those that much. I don't know why. I tend to not do it. So let's try that. Let's make a commercial district down here. You can go to this tool where it's for areas, and then we're going to click on, oh, I can't create districts until I get to Grand Village anyway. No point in worrying about that yet. These are my Commercial buildings. This is the low density commercial buildings. These are like things you would see in strip malls or gas stations, grocery stores, restaurants. That's totally cool. This is what my city looks like so far. All right, so I've got a city being built. This is the residential area. This will be my little farming area once I get to that point. I could actually do that now. So agriculture wise, I can do chicken ranches. It says can be set up anywhere, so they don't have to go in the yellow. This is my grain farming. It needs to go on fertile land. This is carrot farming or vegetable farming. It goes on fertile land, and cotton needs to go on fertile land. And then this needs to go in the woods. So this can go anywhere. Chicken can go anywhere. These three need to go in here. So let's go ahead and set up a little grain farming industry. I'm going to stick it right there. And then again, we're going to do like the area around it. Yeah, I had a better chance, a better success with this today. I'm not going to make it enormous. Something like that. And so that'll start producing vegetables. And then if I want to do another one, I can do the same thing with the, oh, sorry, that was grain. Let's do vegetables. I don't have much place left, so we're gonna do it right here. Get rid of this road. I'll do it here. And then, just not have any zones there. There. That's kind of cool. Did that go outside? Maybe I went outside the lines on that one. Nope. Oh, but it might be outside the fertile area. Nope. That's good. Okay. So I got, and see it's starting to put in some stuff. All right, so now I have demand for housing. I need people's places to live. So let's go. I built this out. Let's start putting houses in there. I have a full demand for low density. So let's stick in some low density. And do I like these small ones. Good. Build me some small houses. Go ahead and do all of those. Let them build it at various sizes. So this is going to be a really big lot. So you have different variety of things. So that's going to probably be 2, 3. I did 3 in there. Okay. Slow down. As it starts to build these out, the demand drops. Yeah, okay. Probably exceeded my demand for now, but I need more of these row houses. So let's go ahead and play with our sidewalks again. Go ahead and do our row. Oh, I got more choices now. So I also have medium density housing, which is North American style apartment building. So I still want to do row housing for now. We'll do the apartments in a little while. Uh-oh. The zones have overlapped on my houses, and so these houses are going to rebuild. Oh no, what the heck? Why did it do that? What happened to those houses? I'm not sure. Zoning didn't change. Weird. I don't know why they did that. Did I put the wrong ones in there? Looks like it changed the zones. Yeah, it did. It changed it to the wrong color. Didn't it? Maybe not. It's hard to tell the difference in these colors. Those are darker. This should be light. Just go here and do that. And these we don't need. These. I'm not sure if it changed them or not. Okay. Got a lot of construction going on. I have no more demand for residential, but I have more demand for commercial. So let's extend our commercial area around this power plant or water treatment plant. Let's see what those do. I'm not going to build them necessarily yet. But the options that you have. I wanted to put that in. Yeah, see, it takes space. So I need to leave that open. This one doesn't take space. So I'll go ahead and put a road. There. And then I have those power lines kind of in the way. Can I move that? Nope. Won't let me move that. All right, so I need to connect these roads up. When you have continuous on, it tries to make things curvy, so it adds more stuff to it. So sometimes you have to do, see, like when I go there, it's going to make it curved. I don't want to make it curved, so I can switch back to straight, or I can just right click and then connect it. Then you got to click twice. All right. Got those roads done. I think it's okay to put a road behind this. I think. But we'll see. We'll do that later. All right, so I'm going to put some commercial, industrial in here. Let's go ahead and put in some bigger industrial. Oh, I have progressed to the next milestone. I'm also going really, really fast, so maybe I should slow this down. All right, I want to put some industrial in. Let's do 2x3, 2x3, 2x3. And for these, we'll do 2x2s. Do a 3x3, which is bigger, and a 2x2. And now they'll start, you'll get, see, there's no smokestacks down here. None of these have smokestacks, but if you look at it, you'll see this employs 5 people, right? This employs 9 people. But it's clean technology. You don't get a lot of pollution. You don't get smokestacks going. right? Once I go above 2 by 2, then you start getting the potential for pollution and smokestacks start forming. So one of the things I want to do right off the bat with this area and why I left it like it is I'm going to put some green in here. So if you come over here to your vegetation, we can do bushes or we can do trees. I'm going to do trees. And let's put in some hickory trees. I want all different kinds of ages. And I want to, oh, these are nice. There's some new features there. You can put them on a straight line or on a curve, which is cool. We're going to do place multiple, and let's drop that down to about 100, maybe smaller, and then just start clicking in here and putting in trees. And then some bushes. Just helps try to keep it a little greener, a little less pollution. All right. Still have demand for commercial, or not commercial, industrial. I don't know why I have that issue. I'd like to have a road that goes up here and then comes back around to plan for future expansion, but we'll leave it like that for now. Let's go in here. Go ahead and we'll do a big one, and you can see what happens when you have a big one. Do a 4 by 4, 5 by 5, and then some smaller ones. It's 3 by 2. This is 2 by 3, and then I don't know where these are. What happens if I build here? Oh, it does. Okay, it's facing the street, which is good. And I don't know where these go. I don't think this will build anything. It did, yay! Put a gap between them like that. Leave some extra space. So it's not wall to wall. This one I'm just going to say, you decide, you decide, you decide. And then mixing it up. This is going to leave a lot of open space in the middle, which is okay. What happens if I do there? It filled it in. Yay. All right. Did it? Maybe not. No, it didn't. It looks like it's going to build it. Yeah, it will. It's got fences around it. It means it's going to build it. All right, so the areas where it's not going to build, I can run some sidewalks. So we can do a sidewalk that comes in here, goes back to here, goes around like this, goes around, just zigging and zagging around my area. Like so. And then when it comes in, why it does that. Do it straight and you get a crosswalk. That's fine. I don't mind having a crosswalk there. Right? That's building that stuff out. And now I have more demand for medium density. So now we'll build an apartment building. All right, so I want to have some apartment building, but I don't want it up there. What we do, I'm going to put an apartment building in this area. I need to put a street across here. Just do it right here. Do it on this side. Okay, here we go. We're going to put in an apartment building. And we're going to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 deep, and we'll do 4 wide and see what happens. It used the whole space for one building. That's pretty cool. I still have the demand for my medium density housing is dropping as that's being built. That's going to hold a lot of people, right? Let's do one that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 deep by. And did it do it all as one? Yep. And then I'm going to put a little meandering road that goes. I don't want my roads to get too close together because you'll get traffic problems. So I'm going to put a road from here and bring it across. And then what I can do here, so I can use this space, I can put a road that goes up to here, and then I can put a cul-de-sac on it, which you used to not be able to do. There we go. All right. More demand for commercial. Oh, now since I've moved up to a large village, I now have need for education, for fire and rescue, and for police. So let's tackle those. Let's go with our education first. We're going to grab that. Now look at all the options that we have. We have so many options to choose from now. It's crazy. We have small elementary schools, which is new. Just a regular old elementary school. The difference are the small costs $40,000 and holds up to 400 students. It's a $5,000 a month upkeep. The regular elementary costs $100,000 and can hold 1,000 students. So it's the difference between 400 students and 1,000 for 40,000 versus 100,000. And so I don't have to worry about that. We'll probably do an elementary school, but let's see what other options we have. You have the city elementary school, which is kind of a more urban looking thing. It says it's a place of basic education for children, provides the first level of education, can be upgraded with extension floors and a playground. This can be upgraded with an extension wing, a children's clinic, and a playground. This one can be upgraded with an extension wing and a gymnasium. Then you have community elementary school. The city one holds 1,500 students. This one holds only 300 students, so it's smaller than the regular small elementary school, right? That's 400. The community school is cheap. It's 25,000, but it has no upgrades. And then you have an urban elementary school. Compact urban elementary school for children with extra range of capacity, provides the first level education, can be upgraded with an extension wing and a rooftop playground, and it can hold 1,200 students. And then you go into high schools. So you need elementary schools, you need high schools. And so there's like a small, regular, city, and modern. Ooh, modern high school. That's kind of cool. I like the modern high school. And this can be upgraded with a mindfulness room, additional teaching building, and a student dormitory. Why kids are going to live there? Can be upgraded with extension floors and a rooftop sports park. That's cool. And then this one is can be upgraded with an extension wing, a sports field, and a library. I like that because you get a football field, and I want a football field. So where are we going to put that? Let's put it over here somewhere because you need a lot of room behind it to add the football field if you want to have a football field. But I don't want to be too far from my housing. I got farms there. Let me put it up here. Maybe I'll do this. I'll stick it here. And then I'll have road go to it. I'll put an alley. Let's get an alley. Have it go in front of it like so. And then connect it to street here. Connect it to the street there. And then I'll build a whole area around it. That's my high school. And then I want my elementary school. Let's do be upgraded with extension floors in the playground. Extension wing, children's clinic, and a playground. Urban can be upgraded with extension wing and a rooftop playground. Community, city. Let's do regular elementary school. And we're going to stick it by putting all my roads in early, and sometimes you don't have enough room for things. So let's stick it over here. It's not too far away. All right, so my educational needs are now being met. So if I look here, you can see that should start updating and should tell me that I have capacity for 1,400 students and I only have 18 kids. High school doesn't have any capacity. Why is that? Didn't I build a high school? Ah, that's a small elementary school. Get rid of that. Where's my high school? I want the high school. Oh, now I don't have enough room because the sports annex is going to be bigger than that. All right, so that was not a good idea. I mean, it was a good idea, just poorly implemented. There's my high school. It's going to go ahead and put it right up against the street. Now, yes. Ideally, I would like to have it back like this with a road in front of it. I just don't know how big that football stadium is. Well, here's what we'll do. We'll put it there. And then I'll try to upgrade to the football stadium. Can't. I just want to know how big it is. Okay, maybe I can put it there. I'll move this to here. Like so. And if I have to put it there, I'll put it there. And then we will have our road just in front. And then just in front. All right. Now we got a high school. So let's look at our educational needs. Education says we have 11 students with a capacity of 1,000. We have a high school with 0 students and a capacity of 800. So that's planning for the future. Okay. We're good for education for a while. But now we need to think about our fire and rescue. So fire has to cover the whole area. So you need fire trucks down here. You need fire trucks up there. And police too. Now, fire trucks have a smaller range than police. So you kind of got to put them, I may end up having to have 2 different fire stations for this whole thing. So, but the bigger the fire station is, the bigger the coverage area. All right, so this is a firehouse. It's just a small firehouse, and it can have up to 4 fire engines. This is a city firehouse with 6 fire engines, and this is a community firehouse with 4 fire engines. So why is that? What's the difference between a community and a regular? Community costs 5,000 more. Small station that houses few fire engines also reduces the likelihood of fires in the buildings in its service area by conducting safety inspections. Can be upgraded with a garage extension, watchtower, and administration building. Cool. This one can be upgraded with an extended garage. This one has no updates. So let's do this is from the modern architecture add-on. Let's do the community firehouse. And then let's put it somewhere fairly central, like there. Okay, that's fire. And then police. Police has small police station. Police station. City police station, 16 police cars. Modern police. So the modern can be upgraded with parking lots, extended buildings, and a small jail. Small has no upgrades. Police station could be upgraded with an extended garage. City police station can be upgraded with a helipad that provides police helicopters. Well, that's kind of cool. These don't have helicopters. I want helicopters. Let's do the city police station. And it's a big police station, so I'm going to put it on Main Street over here by our commercial district. We're going to put it right there. All right. So now we have education, we have fire, and we have the police taken care of. And now our demand for medium density housing has gone up again. So we can add more row housing like this, or we can add more of these apartment buildings. So let's look at these apartment buildings. I'm not a huge fan of the parking buildings. I'd prefer to have row housing. So let's maybe do some row housing over here. Sooner or later, we're going to get the row housing that has mixed use buildings, so you can get commercial buildings on the first floor and then residential buildings on the second and above, which I really like. Kills two birds with one stone. But let's go ahead and grab these and start slapping them in there. Yay. And do the same thing over here. All right, and as that builds out, let's go ahead and ramp up our speed. We need more industrial. So the more residents you get, the more jobs you need, and the best place for jobs is industry currently, and both of those drive your need for commercial. Like I said early, if you build too much commercial, you don't get any demand because you've met your demand. So I'm not getting complaints that these aren't working, that they're not making money, but I'm also not getting demand for more. I just saw, I think that was green. So I don't really have a demand for more commercial yet, which is fine. So, but I do have a demand for industrial. So let's go put some more industrial. Let's take a look at our industrial area first. All right, I'm still not seeing. This is actually pretty cool because, to be honest, in the earlier versions of City Skylines, what I noticed was that you build a 2x3 or a 3x2, you get smokestacks and you start producing air pollution. And I'm not seeing much in the way of air pollution here. And I even built some fairly nice sized stuff in there. So again, I want to make this a greenway area, so let's go ahead and stick some vegetation in there. Let's do some flowers. Some floral bushes in there. How about some lindens? Let's put some lindens in there, which is a kind of tree. Maybe some spruce. Spruce are kind of green all year round. Maybe put some over here too. All right. That's a bunch of trees in there. That's actually pretty cool. And now we can work on putting some more commercial zones in. Let's commercial, industrial. Let's zone for industrial. I'm not. Everybody's watching this video is probably going, "It's industrial, you dumbass." Every time I say commercial, you go, "It's industrial, industrial, industrial." The water's down here. Okay, I still have room, so let's extend these roads. What road is that? Is it a 4-lane road? No, what is that? That's an alley. right? No, it's not. What is it? I don't know. Whatever it is, we're just going to... Yeah, I don't know what that is. It must be an alley. I think it was an alley. Okay, so let's do... Give me 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 6, and then we'll go... Let's do it that way. No. Wrong road. And then sidewalks. Hey, I progressed to a Grand Village. And now I think Grand Village gave me the thing I was looking for earlier, which I can't remember what it was. I said, oh, I can't do that. Then let's zone some commercial. And since these are all like that, I'm just going to try and see what happens when I do that. Maybe that's a big one. That's 3 by 4. Yeah. It would be 3 by 3. 3 by 3. That's probably going to get smokestacks. Oops. And then I can do some along here. Let's do 3 by 3. 3 by 4. 2 by 3. We'll do a 2 by 2 on the corner. I'll leave a little gap. Do like that. That. Like so. 3 by 2. 2 by 3. 3 by... That's not... Yeah, that's okay. We're not going to put a road there. And then maybe a 4 by 4. 2 by 2. Hey, and now because we're Grand Village, we have suddenly got demand for office space, which is fantastic. Now, what was it that I couldn't do because I didn't have? I was wanting to do upgrade something and add the football stadium. Nope. I have to do the progression node large sports park. Okay, let's go into here. We have to do large sports parks, and so that's under parks. So we have park. Oh, that's all the way over here. One, I need a park maintenance. Okay. Then I want sports parks. And I have 4 left, which I can do that, but I have to do this one first. Okay. I have 2 points left. Let's see what else I can do. How about in busing? Do I want a train? No. No. Do I want... What about roads? Parking areas. Yeah, I'd like to have parking areas. So now I can build parking lots, which is cool. So some places where you want parking lots is where you're going to have like office space, your commercial space, high density residential. So I might want to put a parking lot right next to this guy because I have all these people living there and they don't have places to park all their cars. So why don't we do that? Let's put a little parking lot right here. What is this? Motorcycle parking lot. That's cool. That's new. Tiny parking, that's new. So they have some really small parking lots now. Single row parking lot. Modest parking lot. Let's see how big that is. Canopy covered parking lot. It's pretty long. Solar panel covered parking lot. Small parking lot. Long parking lot. Medium single row parking lot. Medium parking lot. Medium solar panel. Moderate parking lot. Small parking building. Oh, that's cool. Multi-level parking building, overground parking building. How about that? Small parking building right next to my residence. Boom. And look, see, all those people like having the parking lot. That helps their happiness, so that's good. So I have parking for my residences. All right, now I need to figure out where we want to put our offices. So I'd like to start going this way. So I want to have a street that backs up to this, and I want them to be 5 deep. Maybe 6 deep. So let's go put a road in. And then I want to put the road right here. So we do a road there. It's 1. You get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then you put the road here. Like that. See, that leaves no gap between the commercial buildings and whatever I'm going to put back here. And I'd like to have a gap like I have there. So I need to move this road one more over, like so. That gives me a little bit of a gap between them. All right, I'm going to drop it here. And then probably going to end up having some cross streets in here, which is going to screw things up a bit. Now, do I want to have my offices on a wider road than this pedestrian street? What is a pedestrian street? Why did I put a pedestrian street in? Pedestrian street, you can't have any cars on, which is cool, but I don't want that. I picked the wrong kind of road. So I want to have, let's do a little bit wider road like this one with 4-lane with parking. And again, I'm going to have a gap here. Trying to get so I could see the whole thing. Like that. Okay. And then I want to put my offices on here. So let's do it. And these are not going to be the high-rise offices. These are low density offices, but they're still cool. So let's do some low density offices down here and make sure they have plenty of parking. So we're going to do low density offices, and this demand should go pretty fast. So let's see. If I do 3 by 6, does the whole thing. So let's go 3 by 4. And then 6 by 4. I'm keeping an eye on the demand down there as it goes away. Let's try 5 by 5. 5 by 6. 6 by 6. What happens? Hey, it did do it. But that's going to be a big building. Let's do 3 by 3. Oh, it did 2 by. I guess it doesn't have a 3 by 3. It only has a 2 by 3. But we can do a 3 by 4. Nope. 2 by 3s. It did 2 of them. And 4 by 4. It did 2 by 4s. And 5 by 4 did do that. See, I don't know what all the sizes of the buildings that are available, so I have no more demand for offices, so we'll leave that off and let it run. And now I have high density residential demand. And the only thing you can build high density right now is low rent housing. And so I don't like to put my low rent housing, if I do have low rent housing, I don't like to put it close to these areas because it could bring down the property value. And I like to get it a little bit closer to the industrial. So let's just come up here. I'm not even going to put a road in for it, and we'll just put in a big low density, low rent apartment building and see what happens. Boom. All right. And that should kill that demand. It should go away. Yep. But I still have demand for low density and medium density. So low density is my houses. So let's go back to our little neighborhood over here and put in more housing. By the way, that pollution is now gone, right? Yeah, the pollution is gone. So I can build here. So let's do some waterfront houses here. I don't know if it's going to build that. Yep, it actually raised the land to do it. Hope it doesn't flood. Just dropping in houses. Why is that like that? I don't understand that at all. Maybe I did the wrong thing there. Okay, and that should give me, I still have demand. Wow. All right, let's do some row housing, and we'll stick row housing in here. Boom and boom. Oh, it wasn't the low density. I didn't have demand for low density. I have exceeded my low density demand, but I was high density. I still have high density, so demand for high density. What's going on up here? Why is it like that? That's weird. I don't want to do such a big area, so I'll block off part of it, like right there. Does that work? Or is that tied to this? No, the wrong kind. I need this one. Let's see how that builds. What is it? Is it gonna make it? Oh, it did two separate ones. It did one on this side and one on this side. Okay. And now my demand's gone down, and now my office demand is back up. I love it. I like having offices. I'm gonna put them on the other side of the street. And not a huge demand, so we won't go ape shit. Did I say shit? We won't go crazy. Getting down there. What if I do a 2x2? Yeah, there is a 2x2. I wasn't sure. Leave a little gap. All right, that's good. Let's take a look at what we built down here. These are the office spaces. I guess there's a place to walk your dogs. Stadelman and Bardolph. Boot and Bug. Right, I got a little more demand and more demand for it's like high density housing. Let's do a little more office building. And it's, it's producing a good amount of demand, which I like for office space. And there's some commercial demand, so we need to go build a little bit more commercial stuff. I'm going to drop it in, and then I'm going to be done for today. And drop in on this side over here. Let's just do a block. Boom. Do this whole thing and this whole thing. Let it just build what it wants to build. Oh, see, I do have a factory pumping out filth into the air. I got 2, 3, one over here, one there, and one there. Sometimes what you can do is you can just destroy this building and have it rebuild, and it'll try to, sometimes it'll build it in with a cleaner thing. Until I actually create an area around this and put some restrictions on it, like clean industry instead. Those get replaced. It's a pretty big one, so I don't think there's much choice there. I'm going to leave that one alone. My garbage dump is stored garbage 41.7 out of 5,200. So it's got plenty of room. I got a new signature building. Got my first signature building, which is a residential building. So let's go stick it over here in my residential area somewhere. It's more of a commercial and a modern looking building. So it's probably not something I want to put in my low density. So let's stick it right here next to these signature buildings. Right there, right next to the parking garage. And I'll put a sidewalk next to it. All right, so we're taking shape. This is day 1 of our building, and so I think we're at a good point where I can stop, and we can work on this some more later in another video. If you guys want to see more, this is what do I call this? Metalville. So we have our residential areas over here. This is our low density residential down by the waterfront. Nice looking beach houses. I think this is because I have the beach DLC. That's why I did that. And then we have medium density housing over here with our row houses. We have our apartment complex or apartment buildings here, which is more of an urban thing. We have our strip malls, commercial businesses over here for our low density commercial. We have our office spaces going in here in our low density offices. And then we have our industrial area up here. Hey, it did build them cleaner. It came back in with less ugly smokestacks, which is nice. That one's got some smokestacks going. I'm going to go ahead and have it rebuild that one too. And then this is our high density, low rent area. And that is a view of Metalville. Metalville, day one. All right, so I can't do any more development. I don't have any more points for that, but let's take a look out here and see. So we could actually start buying some land around here if I wanted to expand. Probably want to expand along the coast here for my low density residential, make this whole thing like low density residential with some light commercial for like gas stations, grocery stores, things like that. Fast food. Probably more. I probably do some farming of some timber work up here because this is pretty nice forestry. Probably do some more farming in here. Expand my city center. This will be my city center. This will be more commercial office once I get into the more higher density of those. Probably put those here. I might put a port here for my shipping right along here. So I have easy access to the cargo. I need to put some bridges over this freeway. Or an interchange in here or something. Yep. So, and then expand maybe somewhere out here. In this area would be where I put my airport. Anyway, that's it. So let's get out of this, go back to our city, and we will end the video here. Appreciate everybody's time today. And if you like this, let me know. Like the video and subscribe for more and all that kind of nonsense. Anyway, got to get out of here. We will talk to you guys next time around. See you. I hope that worked.